Okay, so this is a file I saved with the tiger. I already put the blue lines in, and I have Brad Pitt in here. I put 3 lines for the eyes so that I could get right on the pupils. And it's basically in this area. It's not exactly perfect, but it's really close. Someone asked how to move the picture around. If you click this top selection tool, and then click on the image, you can either physically move it like this, or you can use the arrow keys that are on the bottom and the right side of your keyboard and do really small movements like this and get it more precise. So now that I have it in place, I'm going to add a layer mask by clicking this box down here and then grabbing the eraser, making sure that white is in front down here. And then I'm going to erase away until you can see half of the tiger's face and half of Brad Pitt's face. Notice that all of this black area showed up over here. That shows me that you erased from the layer mask, not from the photo. Since I haven't done so in a while, I'm going to go ahead and save this. But in case you didn't save it correctly last time, I'm going to show you how to save it correctly now. I'm going to go to File, Save As. I'm going to click on Documents. You'll only have one folder in there. It should be your Period 6 folder, or if you have a folder called Merge, because that's what this assignment's called. But I've got all this other stuff from other classes, so I'm going to scroll down until I get to Period 6. Merge. I've already got it saved as merge underscore first initial last name .psd. So I'm just going to click Save. How you get the underscore is you hold the Shift key down and hit the minus, which is right next to the 0 on the keyboard at the top of the keyboard. Since I've already saved it once before and I'm doing a Save As, it's asking me if I want to replace it, which I do. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of the blue lines by holding the Command key down and hitting the colon, which is next to the letter L on the keyboard. And I want to get one more image in the background so that it's not just white back here. So what I'm going to do, I already saved a file. I'm going to open it up by going Command or File Open. You can also do Command O. And since it's not in that folder, I'm going to click over here and type in the word grunge. And there's my file. This file is 4,700 pixels wide. The Brad Pitt one is only 2,000 pixels wide. So that background image is twice as big as this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click, you notice the files up here at the top of the screen, these tabs. I'm going to select everything on the screen by going Select All. You can also do Command A. I'm going to copy it by going Edit, Copy. You can also do Command C for copy. Then I'm going to click on my other file and paste it by going Edit, Paste, or Command V. Notice how it put in front of everything else? In the Layers palette over here, the thing that's the highest up on the layer is in the very front. So I'm going to click and drag it to behind the tiger. You still can't see it because I don't have a layer mask on the tiger. So I'm going to click on the tiger layer, click on Layer Mask, make sure I have the layer mask selected over here, and then erase from here, and now I can erase around and see the background behind the tiger. It gets a little confusing sometimes, and part of the confusion is if I did this and I could see some of the background over here, but not over here, more than likely what the problem is you haven't erased it from both layers. So I'm going to turn Brad Pitt's layer off first, go to the layer mask on the tiger, and erase from over here. And again, every time you erase, you'll see it show up right here in the layer mask. I'm just going to leave this really quickly like this. I can play around with it and clean it up more later. And then I'm going to turn Brad Pitt's layer back on. I'm going to click on Brad Pitt's layer mask and erase a little bit more over here. Oops. So there's a little bit of an issue here. Can anybody see what's happening? That means I need to also click on the tiger's layer and erase it from the tiger's layer mask, so that it's just Brad Pitt's face on the left-hand side. And it's just the tiger on the right. And I can play around with that more and more and fix it and make things go away. You can also fade the background into their faces. Okay? The primary concern on this is that you're learning how to use layer masks. The secondary concern is how and where to save your files. So remember, if you haven't done so already, to save your files in the Documents folder, and you can call it whatever you want, period 6, merge. Should be a folder with all that stuff in there. So each project has its own file folder so that you can find things quickly. So I'm going to save this one more time.